Namaste Sannyasa family and everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in this daily live meditation session with me, Dhyanse. We're meditating on 112 meditation techniques of Vigyan, Bhairav, Tantra. A man went to a psychiatrist. He said, "I'm terribly worried. My wife thinks she's a horse." The psychiatrist said, "Don't be worried. We will fix that. But it will take a long time and it will cost you a lot of money." The man said, "Money is no problem. My wife, she has won so many horse races. Money is no problem. She has won so many horse races." You also have been participating and winning in all these horse races, not knowing who you really are, not paying attention to who you really are, and you're participating in these races all along your life. And you get carried away so far away that to even look back at who you really are, at what is essential in life, becomes a problem to be solved, would require years, would require much effort. Who you are, who are you, who am I? These simple questions, it sounds so simple, but such a difficult question to answer. Who am I? When do you ask this question to yourself? In your daily life? Or in moments of contemplation? When do you ask this question? In this spiritual ensemble that we have every day, in these few moments of contemplation, few moments of silence, few moments of meditation, if you ask yourself, who am I? In all your honesty, there is much to progress, there's much to know, there's much to gain when you ask yourself, who am I? Not answering this question immediately with, I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a businessman, I am a garbage man. All these worldly answers, the roles that you are playing, this is only a substitute to who am I? To the answer to this question, who am I? All what you are saying to yourself is just a substitute, is just a placeholder. If you're living this worldly life intensely, if you are completely involved in the horse races, you would think that you are all these roles. And whenever this question is asked, the only answer you will have is your roles. I'm a father, I'm a mother, I'm a son, I'm this, I'm that. Only roles, only placeholders to avoid this question. Because you don't have an answer to this question, you give some substitute, you put some placeholder, and the whole life you're just living this placeholder. The placeholder keeps on changing, you keep on changing the labels, you keep on changing the titles, but the question remains unanswered. On the other hand, if you become very spiritual, if you have access to all this knowledge of religion, all this knowledge of spirituality, if you've read a lot, if you have exposed yourself to all this knowledge a lot, immediately you also try to say something to answer this question, who am I? Then you know, and then you say, I am consciousness, I am awareness. Immediately you have an answer over there as well. So whether you are involved in the worldly or you're involved in the spiritual, you immediately put an answer. You immediately put a substitute to what is really the case, what is the reality. Give yourself some moments in life. If you are too busy with horse races, with other things in life, then these moments of silence, these moments where we sit with an excuse of meditation, where we sit with an excuse of some technique, in these moments go and enter into this question, who am I? What is this question, who am I, is also very, very significant to understand, to unfold the question. This question is posed in the language where you say, who am I? But the answer is not in the language, because language can never capture the truth. Language is a lie, is a complete lie. You can never answer anything of truth in a language. Language is a substitute to the truth. Language is the lie which fills this gap of the truth that we all carry in us but are never addressing it. So we use the language, so we get involved in the language. See that the language is simply a placeholder, a lie. So when you ask this question, who am I? It is not about these three words, who am I? It is about the void. It is about the space that you encounter, that emptiness, that unknown that you encounter the moment you say, who am I? Ask yourself, say to yourself, who am I? Not in the language only. Step down from the language to this space of who am I? This void, this unknown, this emptiness that we are carrying all throughout our lives. We are born with this and we go on all throughout our lives with all the horse races and the substitutes and the language and everything else, but not answering this truth, not addressing this truth, and we die without addressing this truth. Why is it such a significant question? Why is it important as a human life to enter into this who am I? This space, this void, this emptiness that this question carries, who am I? This is the source of everything. This is the source of all the energy that you need in life. This is the source of all the truth, all the love, everything that you're looking for in life, everything that you're searching and seeking for in life. The source of that is this space, this empty void, this unknown of who am I? So you don't answer this question in words. There is no answer to this question in words. The question can be posed in the language, but you have to contemplate over this question, not in language, but in the space, this empty, void, unknown space. The more you put yourself in this empty, void, unknown space, the more you will find yourself closer to the truth, moving towards the source of love, moving towards the source of your true nature, of your own self. If you go on living this life from birth until death without knowing who you really are, without opening this treasure box of this unknown, of this void, of this emptiness, you will go all throughout your life just passing by life on the sidelines. You will be caught up in substitutes. You will live your entire life in the substitute of life, in the placeholder of life. In order to live life, you have to first of all dive into this unknown of who am I, of this empty void of who am I. Give yourself this honest contemplation, these moments where you can go honestly into this question of who am I. Another thing to understand is these questions of who am I is not supposed to be answered in words. These are like Japanese koan. In Japanese tradition of meditation, the meditator is given a koan by his or her master. The koan is like a statement, like an absurd statement, like the sound of one hand clapping. So the master is giving the student this koan to figure out, and the meditator takes this koan like, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And the meditator is sitting down, meditating, contemplating, bringing all the energy to this one question, to this one statement, what is the sound of one hand clapping? And what happens over time is, the more you contemplate, the more you meditate, the mind tries to solve, the more the mind tries to solve this koan, the more the mind becomes unable to solve it, because there is no solution. And the consciousness breaks open the mind, and you come out of the mind into the truth. And the koan has done its job. Similarly, this question, who am I? It is kind of a koan. Take this question, if you are going to take this intellectually, take it either as a koan, or you step down from the language to this empty void space, this unknown, this feeling, this sense that you have. The moment you pose this question, who am I? The moment this space is created, don't destroy that space with an answer. Don't fill it with words. Don't fill it with labels, with descriptions. Be with that question. Be in this emptiness. Be in the void, in the unknown of who am I? And enter through that door. Let us sit in silence. Let us sit in meditation and use this as a technique for today. Who am I? And the moment we ask this question, when the space is created of emptiness, of unknown, of void, don't be scared of that space. Give yourself that much courage to enter that space. Be in this contemplation of who am I for the next minutes. Enter into that meditative silence through this question. Let us close our eyes and take a posture that is comfortable. With head, neck, and back aligned. With every breath, body relax. Your shoulders down, your face relaxed. Your awareness inwards in your inner space. Give yourself a few moments for your body, for your mind to calm down, for your energies to turn inwards in your inner space. And in these moments, ask yourself, raise this question in your inner space. Who am I? Who am I? Let this question echo in your inner space. Establish the space by this question. Who am I? Repeat if you have to, until in your inner space there is no other thought, there's no other conversation, there's no other question. Your entire inner space echoes with this question. Who am I? Only one question, one thought, one voice in your inner space. Who am I? and move from the verbal to the non-verbal, from the words of the question to the space of the question. Who am I? This unknown, void, space, emptiness within the moment you ask, who am I? No more words. Hold the space. Stay in that space. Allowing this space to expand. your awareness to expand along. Allowing the energies to reorganize, to unleash your consciousness, to expand in these moments of silence. Who am I? This. This is who I am. This is who you are. And very gently and slowly, you may open your eyes, not losing this space of silence, of awareness of who you really are. If you wish to bring these contemplations more in your life, this space of truth, of silence and awareness more to your life than just few minutes parked here and there in your life, then you're more than welcome to join our community of meditators, living this space of who we really are, of our truth, of our love, of our true self. If you feel the calling for that, please write me an email with your introduction, with your calling for the community, and what would you like to give back to the community. Thank you very much. Namaste.